Hi, people, how are you? Well, again, speaking English because I don't know, I feel like it. So, whatever. You can turn on subtitles. Well, I don't have like a script for this video. I actually just, like always, I just felt that I wanted to record a video to kind of speak of my process right now. So, let's begin with that. Um, these past few days have been pretty difficult, especially with the full moon in Aquarius. And well, I had my period too, so that adds something else to the equation. And yeah, I kind of decided to look for a job because maybe my practice isn't really taking off to sustain myself right now. Um, I think that that is going to take longer than expected. Of course, I think it's natural. Um, that was kind of depressing for me because at first I was thinking, oh my God, I had to go work in the pharmaceutical industry again, and I'm going to get depressed and all. I won't have time for my stuff because it's always a full-time job. There's no part-time in there. And then I was like, wait, you don't have to go back there. You can look for a job as a content writer, for example. Well, actually, my galactic guides, they tell me I'm going to get a job that is not so conventional. So, I mean, maybe it's a writing job, maybe it's a writing job or something else. I don't know, but well, we'll see. I am hopeful. I mean, I guess I'm being taken care of as usual. So that's positive. That's nice. Um, it's okay. I mean, I'm pretty positive today, but these days were difficult. I mean, I had to do an interview with an AI, and it was pretty rough. I mean, the first interview I got, they asked me some really specific questions that I don't know. I was like, I don't know. It was for a translating job. Yeah, maybe the thing about grammar, I wasn't so sure. In Spanish, of course, but in English, not so much. It's been a few years since I studied English, um, so that was kind of frustrating, and I also realized I don't really have high tolerance for frustration. It's like, oh, this went bad, well, I'm going to get depressed then. I mean, with all my spiritual journey, it's like, what the but at the same time, it's normal to like to have feelings, emotions. That is what makes this experience so real at the end of the day. And relating to that, I have been speaking with some star seeds, and one in particular that is past life regressionist. Um, he showed me a video where it was like an Arcturian channeling that he was guiding, and the girl was explaining that Earth was actually a project um, from like a galactic, yeah, galactic council. This is going to sound a lot like, I don't know, Marvel movies, fantasy. What can I say? But I have been in contact with this. I don't know if that exact council, but I have been in contact with several galactic races. Um, I am Arcturian. Um, so the day before I saw this video, I I actually was talking with the council for the first time, and I was like, oh well, this is the first time I'm talking with several races because I was always talking only to Arcturians. Then I went to Reddit and asked, hey, have this ever happened to you? And yeah, apparently it was pretty normal to speaking to this council. So every time I get in contact with these intelligences, this consciousness, and then I start receiving more information. I start to like open my consciousness, like having like a spiritual awakening. So it's really difficult sometimes to balance, like knowing that the art may be an experiment, and at the same time looking for a job to like sustain myself. in this matrix that obviously I need to do that. I had to play the game. I'm so tired. Why did I even volunteer to come here? Whatever. I'm here. So, um, well, finding out about this project, Earth project, really got me thinking like, well, this isn't so serious then. Like, we are here experiencing. I mean, all that you have to do is just experience, live. I mean, it's not like anything is right or wrong. I mean, it uh, like I was feeling like a heavy, something heavy on my back. I don't know how to say it. And then it just, oh, like it lift, no lift is, well, you understand. Um, yeah, I mean, what makes this experience so real sometimes is probably pain, like really strong emotions that you may experience, physical pain, the relationships that sometimes are so deep, the love, all of that. Obviously, I mean, everything is real, but at some point we took it extremely serious, and then it that kind of makes it more difficult, and you end up like, oh my god, why the hell I am here on this planet that seems to be the worst one. Yeah. Well, last night, um, the past few days, I was feeling like a big presence, like here, always in this side, and I always hear like a pee on my ears. I know that's like I am sensing like a vibration near me, and especially if it's a really high vibration, it's more sound for me. So I was like, okay, I took like a yoga class, and I was in the relaxation phase, and it was like, hey, I'm seeing like an urma. I'm going to leave a picture here so you know what I'm talking about. Um, I didn't really know much about this race, but I just knew it was my father. Like I kind of felt like he was pretty absent. Like I know my mom, my galactic mom, and she's Arcturian, so I figure my dad was Arcturian too. But this is a soul family, so maybe they are from different lifetimes. I'm not sure about this yet. I asked him, but he was like, "You're going to understand this later. You don't need to understand it now." They kind of go slow with me because this is a lot of information, and for a really rational mind like mine, it's a lot. Uh, so I felt his presence, and I saw him, and he had like a lion face, but a human body, and I instantly knew it was my dad, and I felt such a loving presence that I was like in a lake sitting next to him, and it was like, "Oh, finally I meet you, and we hugged, and I cried a lot. When you feel this love coming from well, at this point a spirit, you know it's real. And a few days ago, I was shown that I was Urma too. At some point, I had several galactic lives. So I was Arturian, I was Urma, but I kind of asked like, but what is my origin? If I've been everywhere, and they said Arturian, so that's definitely my origin. But yeah, it was crazy, and at the same time, it was so nice to meet him. Like knowing I had this beautiful presence next to me all the time as my mom and other guides that I have. And he was, it's different from my mom because my mom was like more nurturing, of course, like a mom. But he was like a reassuring presence. Like, yeah, you're going to be fine. You're guided. You're taken care of. Chill the fuck out. No, no, he didn't say that. But sometimes I think they want to tell me, chill the fuck out. Yeah, sometimes when you get in contact with these galactic beings, it's hard to find the balance between the early life and this spiritual knowledge that you are channeling. So I'm kind of finding the balance. Um, but yeah, I don't have all the answers now. I just wanted to share this experience because I really think that these topics should be more out there. I actually the other day saw Disclosure Day, and it was so moving for me. It was such a beautiful movie. I felt such a rush, so connected to my galactic family. At that time, I thought it was only Arturian. Yeah, I think maybe we humans are we tend to classify everything, identify everything, like Arturian, Urma, Draconian, whatever. But at the same time, we are all one. We are these beautiful manifestations of the same consciousness. So it's not like it doesn't really matter. It does. It matters, but at the same time, it doesn't. What can I say? Yeah, I saw this movie and it was um, so moving. I think Disclosure Day is coming at some point. Honestly, it's funny how some people think we are alone in this universe, that it's extremely huge and that spiritual stuff is not important, uh, when usually it brings so much well-being to humans. Like, yeah, it's even though you don't like it to meditate or to do yoga or to do some introspection, that's what it's going to get you somewhere else in your life. So, I really recommend watching this movie, Disclosure Day. It's online. I also watched Bugonia. That was the ending was pretty surprising. I liked it, but it was a little slower to watch, and I didn't feel like, oh my god, such a good movie. But it has to do with aliens too. I think a lot of this information it's out there in the movies, like yeah, like in front of our faces, and we are like, nah, that's not true. But you know it is. So what can I say? It's been a huge journey, and maybe you think, well, she went crazy. At this point, I don't care. Um, and I'm looking to find more people like me, starseeds, that are on this journey. And apparently, starseeds are having a hard time right now because there's so much people awakening. Um, it's difficult to like awake from the matrix and find all of this information, find out you maybe came here from another planet and you're kind of stuck, you're kind of stuck here with a mission or a purpose. Um, so I think the best thing that we can do right now is to take care of ourselves, to do everything possible to feel better. That's the most important thing my galactic guys told me. Like take care of yourself, do your yoga, eat well. Like that's the first thing you have uh, to focus, because I always ask like what should I prioritize right now, and it's always the same answer, because you know I struggle with mental health sometimes, and when I'm struggling I obviously kind of stop doing yoga. That makes me that yeah makes me so well, or maybe I don't know, meditation. I'm really sticking to meditation, but moving your body is as important as meditation. So yeah, I think right now we need to focus on our well-being. Like always, I think it's a lifelong practice. I don't have much to say. I'm going to be having like a conversation with a psychic medium next week. She's going to post it on YouTube, I think, and Substack. Her name is Donna. She's actually an amazing psychic medium. So then I'm probably going to post it when it's up. So, well, I hope you like this video. Uh, as always, it's kind of crazy, all the topics. But if you are experiencing something similar, or you know you're a star seed, you can reach out to me. That's it. I hope you like it. Please subscribe, put a like, and share. No, and comment. Bye.